What's up, world? Mikey D here, coming at you with a bit of Satisfactory, an update, if you will, on what I've been up to. So, been a bit busy. Last time, I was planning on building out the forest biome, which, where does that start? Forest biome. Oh, it is basically right here. I was planning on building this out to start making nuclear pastas and particle accelerators, maybe even nuclear power. Just kind of like generally doing a lot of stuff there. I didn't. Instead, what I did is, nope. Yep, over here. I tapped into this pure copper ore node here. Okay. And I built out a area just for making copper powder. So, let's go check out what that's all about. Part of building out all this copper powder is just to make nuclear pastas. In particle accelerators. Womp womp womp. So, for the nuclear pastas, I was already making what are these? Pressure cubes, pressure conversion cubes. I was already building out those across 3 manufactories. These are making 1 per minute for each of these. They take in radio control units and fused frames to make these. So I'm making 3 a minute there. For these particle accelerators, they are taking 1/2 of 1 per minute. So between the... Sorry, I'm trying to stay away from them because they're noisy. So for the 4 particle accelerators, we're using 2 of the 3 pressure conversion cubes we are building out in order to make nuclear pasta. The power requirements on these fluctuates a lot, and it's not exactly fast. It also takes tons of copper powder. It consumes 100 copper powder a minute. It's a lot. So in order to supply our copper powder needs, I set up a whole nother train. This train is quite possibly not the most efficient. It's 4 cargo things long, which is fine. You can have up to 4 cars behind a locomotive, assuming you don't have crazy ups and downs. But this train specifically goes through the same station that all of the computers, circuits, rubber, plastic, etc. go through. And so if that train's unloading, this train gets stuck, as we were just seeing. So that train takes off, this train moves through the station, make sure everything's going fine, then it makes its U-turn on its way back to Copperland. 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 Anyway. So, over here to our left, we see the significant number of refineries that we are using to make copper ore into copper ingots. We pull a quick loop-to-loop here. I don't need to be on the train anymore. So the challenge with powdered copper is you need a lot of copper ingots. Oh, here. No. What is going on down here? Why do you not have all the resources you should have? You're missing copper ore somehow. Alright, that's the output. Alright. What's our input looking like? Huh. It's looking like we're not bringing in as much copper ore as we need to be to fully utilize all of our production here. Yep. Yep. This is unfortunate because we have maxed out all of the belts coming in here. This is about as good as we can possibly get it in terms of moving copper ore down here. There's only one copper node. It's pure, but it is maxed out in terms of moving stuff from A to B. We need higher level belts in order to be able to move more. So we have all of this copper going in here. We are using the pure copper ingot recipe, which takes 6 copper ore plus some water, which is basically free, and turns it into 15 copper ingots. This is one of the best copper ingot recipes when it comes to converting ore into ingots, right? It's better than 2-to-1. It's very simple to do. It's just a little slow. You're only making 37.5 copper ingots a minute, which, I mean, it could be worse, right? Your other one that is a lot faster is your copper alloy ingot, which is just 2-to-1, not better than 2-to-1. And you're cranking out 100 a minute. You could also look at leached copper ingot, make some sulfuric acid, do that. Similar sort of ratio as pure copper ingots, but making the sulfuric acid's a pain in the patootie. So anyway, we got all this going on. We got the copper ingots flying out. And all of the copper ingots end up coming up here. So we have 3 separate lines of copper going on. Ooh, these ones are very, very full. We might need to expand out our production here just to burn through all of this excess powder. But as all of this is getting turned from copper ingots into copper powder at an annoying conversion rate, 300 copper ingots a minute gets turned into 50 powder a minute. That's not awesome. Here, let's just crank these up a little. We'll just drop one of these in each of these. We'll see if we can make this just go that much faster. Use up the backlog of copper ingots that are coming our way. You notice over here, there is not a backlog of copper ingots, that they're getting used pretty much as they're coming in. And that's because I've overbuilt this a little. I do need to expand this out once I have faster belts, get a whole nother layer of refineries over here, and just keep it going. And this is built with that in mind. Okay. I saw that we have a MAM recipe ready to go. Fertile uranium. I probably want all the uranium recipes at this point. Yes, we'll do that. And then start another herd drive. Yeah. Okay. This is going a little better. We seem to be moving through it all a little faster. We're seeing backup of copper powder on the lines. Alright. Let's see how our copper ingot storage is doing. Looks like, yeah, this is where it's backing up to. We are burning through it at this point, though. Okay. This one might be backed up further. Yeah, we're through there. We're through there. Holy moly. We're through that, and okay, it's all the way back here. But you see this number consistently dropping. That's saying that we're consuming faster than we're making, which is fine. That is actually the goal, is we want to consume this at least as fast, like ideally just as fast, but I'm fine with consuming a little faster than we make and having the constructors upstairs be a little idle. The thing I don't want is I don't want any of these refineries to be idle if we can help it. We are getting some idle time, and that's specifically because the amount of copper ore coming in is not quite sufficient for the number of refineries we have going. I did overbuild this a bit. We have, I think it's 60 refineries, and technically we can't support that many. What is it? So conveyor belts, my conveyor belts can only move 780. These want 15 a minute, so 780 divided by 15 is only 52, and I have 60, so or 59 or something like that. So I've overbuilt this by 7, 8. So yeah, we're going to end up with some amount of insufficient raw material coming in on the copper ore side. It does eventually drop another bit or two in there, and it will eventually catch up a bit. But yeah, this is just what we're dealing with right now. So it is what it is. But yeah, we are making powdered copper at a prodigious rate. That powdered copper is getting turned into nuclear pasta. You see in the upper right, you can actually see in the upper right, that we are automatically shipping that nuclear pasta into the phase 4 part of the space elevator. So you'll see that number occasionally tick up. Right now it's 32. It should be up to 33 or 34 in just a minute here. So yeah, the copper powder that we're making, it's dumping in here pretty well. We're not moving full cars of it at this point. I could go through, I could and I think I will drop Summers loops in all of these because it's a cheap way of increasing this production, which is currently maxed out. I'm basically doubling my production here. So I think I'm just going to do these ones because they're the ones who are running almost constantly. The other side, it keeps running out, so I don't think it's worth doubling that production yet. But yeah, turning 450 a minute into 150 is better than turning 450 into 75. Right. So now that we have double production, you see giant snakes of copper powder heading this way. I've put in some smart splitters here. So this first one, if for some reason this is full, it will try and push the copper powder to the next one. If for some reason this one's full, it will push it to the next one, and so on down the line. Here comes the train again. And before it picks up, yeah, we're picking up what is now somewhere in the 800s, almost 900. But as the Summers loops like really fully take hold, it'll probably be 1,000 in the first car, and you get a little less as the cars go down. The last two cars are kind of light, so we'll take the train back. You'll notice we're at 38 nuclear pastas now, when we were previously at 32. Whoop. I actually didn't really want to fly this far. Pressure conversion cubes. We're making more than we're using, so that's starting to back up nicely. No, this is computers. Wanted to come over here to copper powder. Alright, so I'm doing a couple different tricks here on the copper powder unloading. First off, I want to get the copper powder out of the train station as quickly as possible. So I have a dedicated storage container for each one of these. It is pulling that copper powder out of there as quick as it can, just dumping it straight in here. And then those lines are in turn merging. We're merging two lines together and going into this storage container. Now, you might be like, why are you putting it into a storage container again? That is specifically to balance the volumes between the lines. So I had originally had just those two lines over there. They were feeding into one of these lifts, and then the other two lines were feeding into the other lift. And that was fine, but I was running into issues where some of the storage containers were emptying out and others were not, right? And so I was running out of copper powder that was going to certain particle accelerators. Putting this storage container in here makes it so it balances between these two lines. It's going to fill these two lines equally as they request inventory, right? And it's just going to pull that inventory straight out of here. So you see this one's still outputting, which is just fine. Alright, so Mark 5 belts all the way through. That top line is pulling out. It's just pulling out of this inventory. So this is basically a buffer and a balancer kind of all at the same time, making sure that that copper powder just keeps on flowing. And here's the next delivery. So this is a very short train run. I don't need to worry too much about like going all over Heckingon to collect this copper powder. I can actually add more trains to this train run over time. So if I want to tap into these copper nodes, or maybe I want to get real crazy and I want to tap into this one up here, or tap into some of these others, like there's a bunch just kind of scattered all over. I can tap into a whole bunch of those and just add it into the train network, just move it on down here and have them drop off their copper powder at this same spot. The rate at which you burn through copper powder in those particle accelerators is pretty extreme. And so really there's no disadvantage in having quote unquote too much going on. One could argue you could never have too much going on. We're using 100 a minute times 4, which I can guarantee you is, I think, more than we make. We might be pretty close now that I put in all those Summers loops, but it's going to take quite some time for this to back up. Alright, but we're making those nuclear pastas in the very, 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 very noisy particle accelerators. We're going to get away from those, because my goodness, so noisy. If we wanted to, we could also take these modular frames that we're bringing in from a different location. We could make some radio control units somewhere else, right? We have a couple different recipe options here. Most, like, they all use aluminum in some way, whether it's heat sinks or aluminum casings. But setting up a whole nother like production line just for making pressure conversion cubes or radio control units isn't necessarily a bad idea. Speaking of radio control unit, or no, not radio control units, heavy modular frames. No, these things, fused modular frames, fused modular frames. Let's see how we're doing. So, fused modular frames. Come out over here. We are backing up very nicely in this drop-off point. Looking over here, we've got plenty of packaged turbo fuel. And looking in here, oh wow, tons of cooling systems. That's great. So, all of the things we're making down at the oil lake biome are building up very, very nicely. Don't need to worry about those running out anytime soon. If I go over here and look at heavy modular frames, these are not filling up how I would want. So, let's see how our heavy modular frame production is going. Let's actually put in some conveyor holes here. There. Make it look a little bit more professional. Alright. So we have modular frames happening here. Got a bunch of junk going on in here. This is modular engines. Remember we were using those for something else earlier. Okay. Adaptive control units. We are not making any more of those right now. That's fine. Yeah. Alright. So, heavy modular frames. We're modular frames, steel pipes, encased industrial beams, and screws. That's not too bad in terms of what we have coming in, but we're not making these at a rate that is going to be sufficient. If I remember right, we have a second one of these building. Yes, this guy as well is making them. Yeah, so we're making 2 minute here, and we're making 2 minute over there. And they're trying. Like, they're trying to keep up, but goodness knows, we could do a lot better. So, what is our limiting factor? Probably screws? We'll double check on encased industrial beams and steel pipes. Alright. Screws, 240 a minute. How are you doing on screws? 260 a minute. Well, it's not that great. We could crank you up, I'm sure. Look at steel beams. You're consuming 18. You're consuming 5, so that's 23 steel beams per minute. Plus another 18. 18 plus 18 plus 5? Yes. Yes, 18 plus 18 plus 5, 36, 41. So we're consuming 41 steel beams per minute. We are making, if I remember right, exactly 41 steel beams a minute. Yeah, 41 and change. Because we're not using coal and these iron ingots in that same kind of way, we could probably crank it up. There. So if we do that, that gives us another 4 steel beams a minute to play with. Or, yes, 4 steel beams a minute. So we could increase this by 50%, and maybe even more. Let's see, encased industrial beams, we're making 12. You over here need 10. So, we have an extra 20% there that we can go for. So we're going to go for 120%. Alright, so that'll use all the encased industrial beams. It will use the screws that we're making. It'll want 288. We are now making 390, so we have plenty of screws being cranked out here. It will also want modular frames. Pretty sure we have the excess there. And then it'll want 48 steel pipes a minute. Holy moly. 48 a minute on steel pipes? Well, there's 20. There's another 20. So, we'll need to crank this up as well. If we go to
28. So that now puts us at 48 steel pipes a minute. This is still fine. And that is how many we need. Exactly. Alright. And then the question is, can this guy, who is cranking out 60 a minute on steel ingots, can he supply this? You want 30, and you're going to want more than 30 now, aren't you? Yeah, you want 42. So I need an extra 12 a minute coming out of this foundry. Think we can do it. 72. Alright. There we go. We had to speed up the output because the previous belt could only handle 60 a minute. Okay. We have enough materials coming in. I'm not worried about our coal. I'm not worried about our iron ingots either. So this guy will be making just a little bit more heavy modular frames. 0.4 more per minute, which isn't a ton, but it does help. Looking at the other guy. No. This guy. He's a little harder to manage because everything's just kind of all jammed up in here. I think we're just gonna leave him be. Make sure that there's no delays. No, everything's looking good. So, we're making an extra 0.4 a minute. So, not bad. Not bad. We're using all of it, for better or worse. And we're almost all the way up to the flying guys level. That's kind of nuts. All right. Oh. We had another MAM thing come through. All right. Turbo pressure motor, heat fused frame. All right, heat fused frame. What do you want? Heavy modular frame, of course. Aluminum ingots. Okay. Nitric acid. Oof. And fuel. Well, I'll say it's interesting. I don't think it's good, but it's interesting. Turbo pressure motor. What do we got over here? Packaged nitrogen gas. Pressure conversion cubes. Motors, stators. Sure, we'll take it, even though I don't think I want to use it, but might as well just keep going on these recipes for a little while. But yeah, at this point, we're just kind of, we're balancing a little bit here and there. We're waiting for those nuclear pastas to finish up, of which we're making 2 a minute, so we got another 9 minutes, 10 minutes to go before we can even get that space elevator going. So we'll let's kill 10 minutes. Let's get the space elevator going. Let's see what our next layer of milestones are going to be, and we'll go from there. See, we're making them pretty consistently. They are coming out. It's just it's slow. Oh, those look cool. I do also know that we're gonna need those nuclear pastas for future shenanigans. and recipes and such. Alright. Let's go around. Let's pick up some stuff here and there. Oh, grab some more packaged biofuel. I'll be running a little low on that. Put that away. Heat sinks, yeah. Just stuff in my inventory I don't really need. Like thermal propulsion rockets. Yeah, don't really need those right now. Hopefully versatile frameworks or even the magnetic field generators. Or even whatever that guy was, I forget the name of that one. Hopefully I will need that for the next tier of stuff because I have extras and I want to get rid of them. Alright. We'll take care of some little bits and pieces here and... Alright. Do. Waiting for the nuclear pasta. Oh. Okay. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Making sure we don't have like tons of just junk in inventory right now. I think I can take the rest of these, put them in here as well. Getting a little bit of a backlog for homing rifle ammo. So I have a full magic pocket worth of homing rifle ammo. I have 500 in my actual inventory right now. And I'm trying to build up some extra just in case. This looks like it's done. Okay. I'll grab this guy, dump it in there. There. Great. And we keep waiting. We keep waiting. I think we can end up taking some of the remains. Sure, hog remains. We can put... Nope. Hog protein. Put that in there. Great. And then we can turn this into alien DNA. Okay. We can take our alien DNA, make sure we have enough here. Yes, definitely looks like we have enough of pretty much everything over here. We'll dump the alien DNA into the ticket machine. We'll see how many tickets we got. Oop. Alright. Only 11 tickets right now. Man. This number's kind of ridiculous. I've been dumping the reanimated Sam stuff in there for forever now. And it's worth a lot of points, but each time you get a ticket, this number gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and yeah, we're getting kind of nutty right now. Here, we'll print that. We'll take the actual tickets. We're up to 190 coupons. It's really solid. I like that. We could easily crank out tons more by just burning through all of the remains. Like, you take the remains, you turn them into protein, you take the proteins, you turn them into DNA capsules. Like, we could easily do that. And in fact, let's do a bit of that. So I will come over here. I'll give you proteins. You will turn them into DNAs. I'll put DNAs in here for now. Kind of getting this like Laverne and Shirley moment of the alien DNAs flowing by on a high-speed belt. Anyway. So yeah, we just made 2 coupons from dumping in 200 DNAs. Not a bad deal. Honestly, I don't really have a whole lot else to do with the DNAs, so... Alright, well, that's going to be 89, 90, 91, 92. And here comes 93, 94, 95. There's 96. So I see them all. Let's make sure... $97, $98, $99. Let's make sure that these are going into a container. Oh, they are not. Okay. There's number 100. So after he goes, we're gonna want to... Yeah, alright. We're gonna want some just storage, just a run-of-the-mill storage container. And we'll color it. This is what I've been doing for all of the storage containers that are holding hearts for the space elevator, is I've been coloring them this particular color. Ah, so noisy. So like this guy over here also is colored in that way, and he is holding turbo motors. Oh, here you go. Have another. I don't remember if I have a thing for magnetic field generators, but that's okay. Whoop. Stop it. Got another MAM thing, and we got 4, 5, 6, 7. We're almost there in terms of our pastas. Heat fused frames again, insulated crystal oscillators. These might be, we might be getting down to the raggedy end when it comes to recipes. So, like for instance, turbo electric motor. I didn't have another option when I initially scanned this hard drive. It was like, no, that's it. For instance, unable to rescan. No rewards currently available. So everything that is possibly available to me is either sitting here waiting to be chosen. Or locked behind a higher tier. I have heard turbo-electric motors are interesting. I don't know if that is, really? It doesn't look like a good idea. But, yeah, hard to say. Like, overclocked supercomputers might also be interesting, but... We'll just sit on it then. We're not gonna do anything with it. It is fine. We're at 96. Here comes the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll get us exactly to the 100 that we need. And then we will get this going. That might be nice. While I'm waiting here, I'll do a little decorating. There's that last nuclear pasta. I see it heading towards the load point. There we go. Okay. We have loaded all the cargo. Let us seal it.
Welcome to the Pioneers Got Power Problems presentation. That was a joke. Anyway, You're familiar with the process. Just throw the lever and the automated systems will take over. Imagine all the time and effort that would be wasted if you had to do all that work as well. Some work is just better suited for machines. Phase 5 contains technology the human brain cannot comprehend, so just trust in me and ficsit policy and everything will go as planned. Answering all your questions will take time we simply do not have. Everything is going to be just fine, so long as you do your job. We've come this far together after all, haven't we? Anyway, you know what to do. Just don't forget to keep producing previous project parts, and plan ahead when setting up new production lines, and make sure not to leave it all until the last moment.
Great. So, we'll ship it. Whoosh!
Phase 4 of project assembly completed. If style was measured in my performance reports, yours would be something special. Regardless, saving the day is within our grasp. Do not lose focus now. You must understand the weight on your shoulders, but you are not alone. I am here, and I know exactly what's at stake. This goes beyond Earth. Your actions will affect the universe at large. You might think I am exaggerating. Perhaps you will understand once you finish project assembly. Phase 5 awaits. I expect your best work.
All right. There we go. So she wants 1,000 nuclear pastas. I'll say I did not expect that. So, we will hook back up the nuclear pastas. And just keep that truckin', as they say. Alright. Easiest way. Put in one of those. Hook it up. There we go. Here comes the pastas. Okay. We'll figure out what our next milestone is. Alright, tier 9. Oh boy. Matter conversion. Converter harnesses reanimated SAM to enable precise matter and energy transmutation. So this lets you make one thing into another. Oh, yeah, so they're like, oh yeah, here you can scan for SAM and reanimated SAM fluctuator. So I already have all this taken care of. It's all the rest of this that I don't. Ficsit trigons. Yup. Ficsit ingots, diamonds. Time crystals. Yup. Biochemical sculptor. Project part 10. Okay. Sure. And you want fused frames, radio control units, cooling systems. Easy. Easy, he says. Yep. Because we should have all of that already floating around here, there, and everywhere. Radio controls, all of them. That's annoying. And then cooling, almost all of them. Well, more than all of them. This, and this. We need more cooling systems in order to make this work. Let us grab some nuts. A little snack, you know. Snack time! And we'll head over here, because I think we have extra cooling systems that have been coming in via the trains. We can just grab a little something off of. Yeah, we have some of these here. So I can grab some of those. No, I don't need any of that. Ah. Okay. Now we can just start uploading all of these. And while we're uploading all that junk, we can come over here and put the remainder into the project parts. Oh, what do we have in here? Copper wire, sure. I'm just gonna take it and just get rid of that storage chest that's been sitting there for a billion hours. Yeah, well, you guys are just doing fine. You're doing fine. Keep up the good work. Don't lose faith. All right. Rod, stators, holes. Compacted coal. Whole lot of compacted coal. Well, just put that in there too. That's fine. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, Nobelisks, we're doing okay on. Run out of steel pipes in there again, but that's alright. Ooh, we're up to 6. Oh, 9, 10, 11. Oh, the backlog of nuclear pasta must have arrived. Oh yeah, the last one's heading in now. Alright. So, let's get you the last bit of this that you wanted.
Milestone reached. The converter uses strange alien matter, abbreviated to SAM, to break down and transform materials at their most fundamental levels. I am sure even you can appreciate the power to manipulate atomic bonds. Most importantly, you are now able to locally create ficsit, a highly adaptable synthetic metal, ideal for any kind of construction. It is everything we need to save the day, and perhaps its admirable qualities can inspire you.
Okay. So, ficsit ingots. What do we need? We need... Oh, reanimated SAM. Okay. Reanimated SAM and some sort of ingot. So, deuterium, aluminum, or iron. That's a lot of iron ingots in order to make one ficsit ingot. Well, reanimated SAM I have over at my little SAM factory, so I can work on that. And then, ficsit ingots. 1 ingot turns into 3 trigons. Well, that's actually pretty easy. Okay. So let's go over here. We'll see what we have available to us. Yeah, see, I've been making this stuff a while. Oh, let's we're just gonna start cutting this off. How about that? I don't need to keep just dumping that out. Alright. So, reanimated SAM is actually the thing that I need, not the SAM fluctuators, which, okay. Didn't plan that well, but that's okay. We have reanimated SAM coming out. We got, oh yeah, we're making it twice as fast. I think we could even... Yeah, this is only Mark II belt, and I think it's a Mark I miner down below. So we could really crank this up if we wanted to. This is taking in 120. So sure, let's modify this a little. Just go for broke. Mark V belts will move this at a, we'll say, a decent clip. Don't forget to pick up our berries and nuts. Alright. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay, and then we'll amp up the lifts. Okay. All right. And you are a Mark II miner. Okay. Well, we can upgrade you to Mark III, and we can just chunk the ever-loving snot out of you. How about that? Do more faster. So, we are cranking out 600 a minute. We are Mark V lifts. This doesn't look like it's going as fast as it could, though. Also Mark V lifts. Mark V conveyor. Mark V lift. What is the thing going slow here? Yeah, you're Mark V. Okay. That's obviously a Mark V belt. Oh, right here at the end. Wow. Okay. I think I replaced this container at one point, and I had to like add in the last little bit of conveyor belt. Okay. Alright, we don't have that again, at least, so that's good. Ooh, berries. And some more. Grab a little schnackle for later. Alright. And then so yeah, that is whipping along. Now if we turn that all the way up. And you are I think these stack at 100. Yes, so you are almost full, at which point this will all start backing up. Great. So this guy is taking in 300 out of the 600, so we can actually have a whole second constructor here. Wow. Amazing. Okay. put that in there. We'll put this in here. I think we're going to take this smart splitter out. We can take that chunk out and just move that in there. And then we can put a splitter here. For this guy. Reanimated Sam, that's what you're doing. You're going to be using all of this. We will put that in there. So you are also using 300 a minute. I do not have a summer's loop in this one, so it is just churning out at the normal pace. Let's see. These are generally... Oh yeah, I set this up specifically for building tons of foundations all the time. I wanted a lot of iron plates backed up so they can go into my magic pockets. I wanted a lot of concrete backed up. I think we can probably take some off of here. We could, in fact, put in a smart splitter and say that the primary use for this is something more useful. Okay. So left output is any, center is overflow. So this is now what we're looking for. This is the primary exit for that. All these smelters, they're set up to make 30 a minute, so we're at 120. 120 on the output. You are making 120 here. I could expand out the smelters and keep that going, but I don't think we need to. This is conveyor belt Mark II. Let's use some Mark IIIs just in case. Okay. So, we're going to be using great goobly gobs of iron ingots and some reanimated sand to make ficsit ingots, and then we're also going to be making some ficsit trigons. Converter. Well, let's slap down a converter. What in the world do you make? Oh, you are the thing that makes the ficsit ingots. For some reason, I thought I was an assembler. All right. Time crystals need diamonds. Oh, yes, you can transmute different base materials into fancier stuff. So you can turn sulfur into limestone, as if you ever wanted to do that. You could make deuterium out of copper. Interesting. Bauxite out of copper or deuterium. Nitrogen gas out of bauxite or deuterium. Interesting. 12 deuterium plus 1 SAM gets you 12 nitrogen gas. Yeah. 15 copper gets you 12 caterium, or 12 quartz gets you 12 caterium. Huh. Very interesting way to solve for what you do and don't have at any given place. Time crystals want diamonds. Diamonds, I forget how exactly made. So we are going to be making ficsit ingots out of iron. We need, oh boy, 240 iron ingots a minute. Well, we're definitely not making that. We're making half of that. So we will say 5 per minute on this. And we want 20 reanimated SAM per minute. That's interesting. Actually, hey, let's keep that maxed. Let's go over here for a minute. Let's go right the heck over here. We are going to put all of these at 200%. We're just going to double all of these. We're going to double you. We're going to double you. We're going to double you. Let's put you on so make this a little easier. We're going to double you. So all of these are now at 60. Just upgrade all of the belts. Alright, and then upgrade you. Okay. And you 300 just in case. I could put in one more. I think it actually can fit here. Yeah. Alright. So we'll put in a smelter, we'll put in a splitter, we'll hook it up, we'll put in a merger back here. Huh. Gotta go through and upgrade all the belts in the back too. There, and then we'll put that in there. You have iron ingot. You also need iron ingot. Great. Okay. So we have this cranking out at 300. We have 5 smelters cranking out 60 each. So that's 300. Now we just need to run this belt over here. And that here. Oh goodness, come on. Converter. I hardly knew her. Oh wait. So this is going in there. This is So we have those coming in, and then we just need the power over here. And this now is ready to go. 240 is actually a little less than what we're making, but that's okay. Ficsit ingots are going to be made. Trigons. Ficsit trigons constructors. Great. And biochemical sculptors are made in blenders? Oh my goodness. Alright. Constructors. So let's put in an industrial storage. We'll put in this. Okay. Interesting that the output multiplier is only 2 Summers loops. Let us see if we can use all 300. No, that's 312, 12.5. How about that? There's our 300 on the nose. And that is using 50 SAM a minute. Oh, easy. Easy, look at that. We're making 75 here, and we're making 150 there. Yeah, so we're making plenty of reanimated SAM to make this happen. Nice, nice. And then, yeah, Ficsit ingots starting to stack up. Great. I could have gone through and turned iron into Caterium and Caterium into ingots and all that stuff, but not wanting to do that right now. Let us put in a constructor. Put in a constructor. We'll put in basically another one of these next to it. One of that. Make trigons. This definitely feels like something that you'd want to double. So let's do that. 10 a minute, and you are making 12 and a half. Okay. That's fine. Nope. We want to put in one of these here. We want to put in one of these here. Like this. That way we are going to store some amount of ingots in case we need the ingots. We'll store some amount of the trigons in case we need the trigons. In case you need to get a little Vash the Stampede going on. Alright. And then we'll plug you in, I guess, there, and call it good. So we're making more ingots than we're consuming to make trigons. That feels smart, so we're going to be banking ingots over time. And then we'll have all of our trigons getting banked too. Okay. And nuclear pasta is still going. It's going to take a long time. This think is the last phase? Or there's one more phase after this. We are doing pretty good. We have ficsit started up. We have our first converter going. Turning our iron ingots into ficsit trigons. It's saying it's consuming all this. Oh, we just have backlogs. That's what's going on. Yeah. So these two smelters are now out of backlog. This guy's almost out of backlog. This guy is still full up. This guy's still, well, this guy's almost out as well. So we're burning through backlog of smelters. The input is keeping up. We are generally doing just fine. I could end up dropping a Mark III miner here, cranking all this up even higher. Maybe even putting down a second converter. But I don't know if we need it just yet. I'm kind of happy with where this is at the moment. So, just gonna go from here. We're making 60 trigons a minute. We're gonna end up banking nice amounts of stuff. Yeah. We're at 132 out of 1,000, so yeah. Generally looking good. One other thing we could do, because we have quartz just right over there, we could end up converting some of our quartz into other stuff through a converter, like quartz into caterium, use the caterium over here with the reanimated SAM, do some more of that kind of stuff, making more ingots and more trigons. Very, very simply, honestly. This feels easier because of the other stuff that I've done in the same area. Whoa, yeah, you see that iron? That iron is not backed up anymore. There it is. We're using it, and we're using it all. Nom 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 nom. Okay, well. Why are you... What is going on with you? You're a merger, okay. No? Okay, something weird is going on here. Alright, there it goes. Huh. Yeah, the merger was not fully connected. Okay. Well, it is now. It'll burn through that backlog. We'll keep going. We'll keep going. Alright, I think we're gonna call it there for one night. I hope you all have a good one. I will leave you with the dulcet tones of a converter making ficsit thingies. Alright. Catch you later.